doesn't like flowers, remember?
I'm getting used to the flowers. All right. Okay, a lot of what I was going to actually say, Heather kind of already went over it, but that's okay, because, that's kind of what Premier is, really giving it to God, and that's really what I did this year. The first thing that really helped me this whole year was my husband always got it to a point, but we took a trip down to visit Arizona to visit Gene, and he got it down there. He watched Mark Bliss do his thing, and he got it. And after that, my business just started going. So, husband's here. I see there's 2, there's 3. Yeah, awesome, because that's just really, that helps us. But when I was really thinking, what do I do? How do I get these shows? And I kind of came to a conclusion here. There's 3 reasons why people have shows, okay? First one is that they love our hostess program, right? They want the free jewelry, and they can't believe how much free jewelry you get, right, Vanessa? Yeah. She was a hostess, and she was like, I get how much? And she had 3 people there. So that's one reason why they book a show. Number 2 is that they love the hostess. They book the show because they love their hostess. They want to help them out, okay? And the third reason is that they love you as a jewelry lady. And how do they get to love you? Is because you create a relationship with them. And that's what I do at every show, is I create a relationship with every person there. Not every person books, or I should say not every person books that night. Eventually, a lot of them book after the fact, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months down the road. But I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I keep that relationship going via texting, Facebook, and emailing, and now the phone. Some of you know how phonophobic I am, and I just don't like talking on the phone a lot. But I'm getting to like it a little bit. But I keep that relationship going for as long as I can, until they tell me to stop calling them or email them, texting them, whatever, but that usually doesn't happen. So relationships with every person at your home show is key. Now, you gotta be fun, okay? You gotta be positive, and you have to love on them. So that's kind of the way to get into that relationship with each of them. Now, let's go back to Facebook. I was telling my husband I was training today, and he's like, you gotta talk about Facebook. Some of you might be afraid of Facebook, which is okay, because I was at first. I didn't want to get on Facebook. But Facebook is a networking tool for me. I'm not a creeper on there, so don't be stalking people on there, but I use that as a tool to find vendor events. Okay, vendor events. I have done so many vendor events in November and December. It is crazy, and I am booking shows from those vendor events. I'm exhausted when I'm done because I'm in, not everyone's face, but I'm talking about the warranty, and I'm just talking and creating relationships with everybody that I meet at these vendor events, and it's working. So you find out a lot about vendor events on Facebook. There's a lot of networking groups on there that you can join, and then they'll shoot out dates for, I need a vendor, and then you just kind of apply for it. Emails, I know that Andy doesn't really like the computer stuff, but you got to work with what your customers and the prospects like to communicate with. Some people love the phone, okay? So I have to call those people. A lot of women right now are texting, so I'm texting, and a lot of them are doing the email. So you got to kind of work with what each person is looking for, how to build that relationship, and that's really what I do. And you all have this. This is my guest survey. I do not do a booking activity at my shows. I don't do pass or play. I don't do deal or no deal. I don't do anything. This is my booking activity. And I I've trained on this a couple times at Maple Grove. I'm not going to train right now on it, but if you want me to do the verbiage with you, you can always Facebook me, text me, email me, call me, and I'll go over it with you. But this is my key, and the question number 2, I always say this is the most important question, and I have verbiage for it. Again, I'm not going to go over it, but this is, I make them all fill this out. I'm like a teacher up there, and I say, okay, fill out the top part, and then just look at me when you're done. Don't answer any questions. I go, okay, and they do it. So, this is part of my my relationships with each and every person at the show. So, and then the last thing is, yes, what Heather touched on is that I have been praying every show right before I walk in, and I pray, who can I help, who can I serve, who needs love. I'm not worrying about retail, I'm not worrying about sponsoring, I'm not worrying about anything. I'm just going in there, and I'm there for a reason. If the show holds and doesn't cancel, God wants you there. For a specific purpose. You might not know it until 6 months down the road, but you're there for a specific purpose. So I pray and I pray and I pray, and my business again just has soared. So how many minutes do I have? Yeah, Michelle. That's it? Really? Oh, well, I'm done. Okay.